Hey guys!
Good morning, students. Welcome and thank you for joining us this morning for our English portion of our homeschooling day. So what we're working on right now
It's
in
not
English,
just for the English students, okay?
No, the students that are tuning in are in Mommy's resource classes.
Yeah, but if this is on YouTube, that means anybody can see it.
All right, have a seat. Have a seat.
Yes, it does.
All right, I'm going to remind us of our expectation number 3, which is that we need to stay on task. Even when we're live streaming, we need to be on task. So right now, we need to get our focus on what we're doing today for English. So currently for English, we are focusing on oral communication, and this is the SOL Standard 5.1, A through D, and for Laura, and for Lucy, it's 3.1, A through H. So for the rest of you, this is going to be review of content that you have already experienced in previous courses. And review is always good because the reason that we review is that we make sure that there aren't missing building blocks in our understanding, because ultimately, as we progress through grades, we have building blocks that are put down each grade, and sometimes things just don't always work out that way. We get to other grades and we find that we're struggling in subjects because of these building blocks that weren't securely put in place. So part of joining us now for what Laura and Lucy are beginning to explore and what we are revisiting with you is that this will help put into place more securely perhaps some building blocks that you've missed in years past. So with oral communication, this week, we are pursuing something called project-based learning. So project-based learning, or PBL, is a project that a student independently decides to pursue, a subject that is interesting to them, that they want to know more about, that maybe they know a little bit about already, but they're going to find out more information. And because it's an oral communication SOL, the girls are going to be presenting and creating presentations that are multimodal, which means that they're going to be different aspects of the information. So we're talking visual, we're talking music, we're talking movies. So on our Google Classroom, you find the resources that the girls are also using to get started on their project-based learning. So yesterday, when we weren't able to live stream, the girls decided what topics were interesting to them.
I decided on 4 topics that I do not want to have to deal with when my mom finally lets me on my YouTube channel.
Okay, so the first note before we talk about that, so the first place we started was an unstructured brainstorm. So this is this template you guys will find on Google Classroom, but they began in a very general way to explore what are certain things that interested them. So I'm going to let Laura go first.
It's not interesting me. I'm worried about getting them driving me nuts when I get a YouTube channel.
Okay, so
the Game Master, he might not drive me nuts. He might just.
All right, so Laura, let's explain what topics interested you. What was interesting to you? And Lucy, I'll give you a turn.
So I just didn't want my channel getting hacked when I get one. So I thought of the main 4 people that could hack my channel.
Okay, now who are the 4 people that could hack your channel?
The GMI, the new GMI, well, Project Sorgo, and the Game Master.
Okay.
He's not.
All right, so what we determined then when Laura went from her unstructured brainstorming to a more structured brainstorming, which is that she decided on the ideas she wanted to pursue and then got more specific focused information about what she would need to know about this topic.
I also had the doll maker, the Mayonnaise, and Squeezy Corpse.
So these were ideas.
I was able to mark them off.
Yeah, so that's the good part about unstructured brainstorming is you get all of your ideas out, and then when you move to the more structured brainstorming, you're able to sort of cross out and remove ideas that don't fit specifically in the focus that you want to have, because with a project like this, it is important to narrow your focus. You can't present everything about everything. You need to know a lot about something smaller. So what Laura did then was narrow it down to 4 villains that are present in YouTube videos that she likes to watch. So she wants to know more about these 4 villains for the purpose of what? Can you tell her?
So I know, so that I can stop them from being able to hack my channel.
Yeah, so she doesn't want them to hack her YouTube channel when she gets her YouTube channel. Fantastic. Now, Lucy, for her informal brainstorming.
And the Game Master's not always a villain.
Okay, all right, so it's Lucy's turn. I expect us to be respectful to each other and to me at all times. Okay, so Lucy, first, so her unstructured brainstorming, she determined what? What did you determine that you were interested in?
Cats, ballet, and baking.
So if you can see that, so she decided on cats, ballet, and baking were 3 topics that interested her. Now, I had kind of cautioned Lucy on being too broad with her approach because we can't know everything about cats, everything about ballet, everything about baking, that we needed to narrow those ideas down a little bit. So Lucy successfully narrowed her ideas down somewhat in her structured brainstorming. She does still want to pursue all 3 topics, right? So she does still want to find out more about cats, baking, and ballet, but we're focusing on just a few things about each topic. So for instance, for cats, she wants to learn how to care for cats. For ballet, she wants to learn how to dance ballet. What do you do to dance ballet? And then for baking, she wants to know how to bake cakes, cupcakes, and brownies. Her focus then is narrowed to 3 things that she likes. So she wants to tell us specific information about 3 things that she likes.
I had to change my thing up because
Still a little bit. Okay,
always.
When I'm talking, I expect you to not be talking. Just a moment, please. Okay. So even though Lucy's approach is still a little broad, I think we were able to successfully narrow it so it will be manageable, even though it is 3 different topics. Now, Laura, thank you for waiting. Did you want to share something?
Yeah, I kind of changed my 4 villains / the Game Master's not always a villain. Because he's not always a villain.
Okay, well that's
on Rebecca Zamolo's YouTube channel. He's good.
Okay, so that's relevant too. So today, what Laura and Lucy are going to be doing is they're actually going to be going out and doing the research to find out more information about these topics. So when we're talking about doing research, what kind of research do you think you need to do? What form do you think that research will take?
I need to know about Project Sorgo and more about them. Because I need to know stuff.
Mm-hmm. So where do you need to go and what do you need to do to find out more information?
Either I need to look at more face reveals, but that's just going to take up time. So most likely internet, web, Google.
So internet, web, Google probably too.
And every now and then YouTube if I need to find out who is somebody. Because there's channels that are actually doing face reveals that put stuff that they know about people in a face reveal generator, and after some time it shows who they are.
Yes. So it's important as we determine what we need to research, where and how and in what way we need to go about performing that research. So Laura has determined that she needs to probably go online, probably needs to go to YouTube. And
but the face reveal generator is only going to help me with Project Sorgo.
Okay.
But they are one of my main focuses.
All right, so that we've determined where we're going to begin with our research. Now, Lucy, what do you think? What do you think you need to do? What type of research do you think you need to do to find out more about your topics?
I think I need to do, for cats, I think I need book research to read about it.
Okay.
And then ballet, I definitely need to search ballet.
Mm-hmm.
And this I need to search too.
Now, what do you think you need to search specifically about baking?
How to make good, delicious cakes, cupcakes, and brownies.
All right, so we're looking at hacks. We're looking at recipe hacks, all right, online. Where might you go to find that? I can think of one very good place that you might go to find that out.
Pinterest.
Pinterest, there we go. So Lucy may be going toward Pinterest. Lucy, it sounds like you may want to look and see if you already have books about cats.
I do have one big gigantic book about cats, but I've read that whole thing and I need different books.
So you don't want to use that information. It's okay to use information if it's honestly a good thing if you're already familiar with the source to use it as information. That saves your brain some tiredness.
But also, can I tell you something?
What?
Most of the stuff was not about how to take care of cats. It was just about cats.
Oh, okay. So again, okay, that's important to know too,
It was
because
about
you've
my
narrowed.
Mommy, it was my 100 things about cats and kittens book.
Okay, so your 100 things about cat and kittens book, it may have some information of how to care for them, but you're right. Since we're not talking about facts with cats, we're talking about how to care for cats. That's fantastic. That's how you narrow your research focus. Very good. Very good. And then ballet, where do you think you might find information about how to dance ballet?
Google and videos.
Okay, all right.
She might also need to be taught by a teacher.
Okay, so videos.
On videos.
Videos, would probably be good. Probably can't be going to get lessons right now with the quarantine and stuff.
Yeah, we could just watch
right.
a video of a dance teacher dancing on my tower, and I could do that same stuff with her.
Oh, fantastic. So that we could look and see a video that would show us the steps to do at home. I like that. All right, so students, you've experienced now what our process has been and what it's going to be going forward.
I think they need to know about
when I'm
Project
talking,
Zorro too.
well, we're going to share, but when I'm talking, the resource students, you guys know this. When I'm talking, it's what? Voice volume 0. That's a warning. Have a seat. Have a seat. That's a warning. So the resources are posted in Google Classroom for your unstructured brainstorming, your structured brainstorming. And so if you want to go ahead and get started with something that interests you, something you'd like to know more about, go ahead, do your structured, your unstructured brainstorming, and then determine what course of research you need to embark upon. Let us know in the comments here or in the comments on our Google Classroom what you're coming up with. And these girls are going to go ahead and get started on their research, and we will touch base with you on this tomorrow and see what we've got. Bye, guys! Oh, don't let me fall. Don't let me fall down.
What? My